so here we have a solution that is fairly close to neutral. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add some sodium hydroxide. And we see we have made the solution quite alkaline here. So our solution is about 11.5 to 12. We also have an indicator that turns pink in a base called phenolphthalein. So if we put our phenolphthalein indicator in there, it turns a very bright pink. Now what we can do, and we knew we added 1 drop of sodium hydroxide, now we can add our hydrochloric acid. A quick note here, we're not using very precise instrumentation. Our solutions are old and have probably lost some of their concentration, and our droppers unfortunately do not give us precise measurements. We always add an acid, and we always add it slowly. Now as we add the acid, it will bring the pH back towards neutral, and somewhere around a pH of 8 or 9, this phenolphthalein will start to turn clear. So we add it, and we see that the phenolphthalein is not clear. We can get a pretty good idea. We're still very, very basic, very alkaline. So we can see we're still about 11. So we've added, well, we've added 10 drops now altogether. We had 1 drop of the sodium hydroxide, 10 drops, and look, it's starting to turn clear. So let's look and see what our pH is now. So now we have gone a little bit toward the acidic side, so we're about 5 right now. A little bit too much. And a little teeny drop. And you can see once again it starts to turn pink. So we see that it's still a little bit alkaline. We look at it here, and this is a bad indicator, but if we look at it here, we will see it's probably, well, that one's not a very good indicator, so I'll look at another. This strip I don't think is working very well. Yeah, this is a better indicator. We see that we have a pH of about 9, maybe 10. So now we're going to do one at a time. Again, our hydrochloric acid. So we see our base is much stronger than our acid. So that is now 13 drops and against 2 drops of the hydrochloric acid, or sorry, of the sodium hydroxide. So it's still very basic. So I added 3 drops, yeah? Okay, I'm going to add another drop. Here's a 4th drop. Here's a 5th drop. It's starting to turn a little bit clearer. We can measure it with our pH strip and see where we are. It's getting a little less alkaline here. So at this point, we're probably around 9. And this should start to change around 8 or 9. So it should start to turn clear So we'll put in one more drop of the hydrochloric acid. So what's that, 16 now, I think? Beginning to turn a little bit clearer. It's beginning to get clearer now. So let's see where we are. Now we're getting closer to neutral. So we're probably around a pH between 7 and 8. I would say 8. 8 would be our pH here. There, now it's completely clear. So now it may be a little bit on the acidic side. And it's fairly close to neutral. So we have come pretty close to neutralizing our solution. We may be a little bit low, or a little bit around 6, but we can see that we've come fairly close to neutralizing our solution.